Good morning. Today I'm going to be pondering in the woods. But before I do that, I got some laundry going. I'm just going to chill. Just brewed a cup of coffee. But I just want to show you this goated breakfast that I've been eating for like a year straight. So you just get some Greek yogurt, plain usually, chia seeds, mix those together first. Then you can cut up a banana in there and then add a little bit of granola just for more texture and sweetness. I'm not sponsored, but it's a great breakfast. It's healthy. I don't know. Just felt like sharing it with y'all. But I'm gonna chill for a bit, do a little bit of homework, but soon we'll be pondering in the woods. Here's the final product. It does look a little weird upon first glance, but I promise you it tastes really good. You can also add some like honey for more sweetness and energy boost if you want, but it's a great source of fiber, protein, makes you feel good. Chia seeds help you feel full, so highly recommend. Alright, just finished doing laundry, did a little bit of homework for my class that just started. So now we're starting the journey into the woods to ponder. I'm gonna walk down for a little bit. I know there's a stream up ahead. Unfortunately it is raining a little bit, but I'm not letting that stop me. I almost backed out, but there's no bad weather, just bad clothing. So decided to wear this neon green rain jacket today, but I'll tune back in a bit. Also got the Merrells on. They're like a barefoot shoe brand. These ones are like, they're not like completely barefoot. They're like kind of like, they're better for people getting into the barefoot shoe lifestyle, but they're pretty comfy. I like them. It's just the biggest thing is like, you shouldn't wear them for super long if you're new to it, because it can definitely like, your feet aren't used to like, you know, being that spread out. So, but still recommend the Merrells if you are interested in barefoot shoes. So kind of tying back into like my whole free will thing. I think it's important to just force yourself to go do things. Go outside, especially since it's, you know, springtime. Things are getting nice. Like, look how green and vibrant it is. Not my jacket, but nature. I think it's important to, yeah, just go into the woods and ponder. Like, you know, tap into your inner child. Just go run around a little bit. You know, if you're in a city, I know you may not have access to woods as easily, but even just going to like a local park, because every city has parks in it. But yeah, just go outside, go do something. Again, like I said in my like Crunchwrap Supreme video, don't just sit in your room and doom scroll and expect something to happen, like, or expect, you know, things to change. So it's important to remember that. In the middle of trying to find a good spot to chill and yap for a bit. Alright. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh. Well, got a little wet. It's okay. I don't know how water resistant these are, but we got to a cool spot though. We're kind of like on a little raised up part of the stream. Well, where do I go from here now? Decided to ditch that spot because it really takes you nowhere. Like, I really want to go up over here, but, well, I don't know, it's a little sketchy. There isn't like a good route to go without like potentially just falling in. But I'll find a spot. But in the meantime, I'm kind of just sitting in the middle here. And it's just like, it's just so peaceful. It's beautiful. If I had not left my house Granted, I was doing stuff, doing a little bit of chores and homework. But if I had not, after I finished those things, if I had just stayed there, I wouldn't be in here right now experiencing this beautiful stream in the middle of the woods. Alright, found a good spot to kind of prop up my camera and just chill for a sec next to this beautiful stream here. But the main reason why I want to be here is to talk to you guys about climbing mountains. Not like literally, but more metaphorically, climbing a mountain. And I invite you to think about what your mountain is right now, because everyone's is different. It could be graduating high school, it could be finishing college, it could be getting to that promotion, like going pro in your job. It could be something as simple as getting out of bed today. Regardless, we're all climbing our mountains, and when you climb a mountain, there's times where it can be really easy, where you just breeze up, get to the top, you finish that said goal, and you did it. You climbed the mountain. And then you got to think about what your next mountain is. But it's also important to essentially look back and see how far you came, because there are times where that mountain may be really hard to climb. Like, you could have been grinding for years to get to the top of your mountain, so to speak. So it's important to look back and just see how far you have came. And I struggle with this a lot. I think I'm a little hard on myself, and I try to self-reflect more, because I know it's really important to essentially see how far I've came up my mountain. So I invite you to do the same. It's important to self-reflect, pat yourself on the back. I wouldn't say don't be soft on yourself and always be you're doing your best, but it's important to acknowledge that you're grinding and you're climbing your mountain. So it's just something, a little piece of wisdom from a 23-year-old I wanted to share. Another thing too is the mountain doesn't have to be by yourself either. There could be people going up their mountain, but you're on a similar path. Maybe you're both working towards your degree. There's times where you could help them up the mountain, or maybe have them find a smoother path up the mountain. Again, the mountain's all just metaphorical, but you see where I'm getting at. That's kind of just something recently that I've kind of came to me, that you can look at your current mission, your goal in life as climbing a mountain. And again, everyone's journey up the mountain is different. And yeah, like I said, some people may have it harder than others. But it's important to not only it's always important to take care of yourself, but it's also important to help others. We're all here on this confusing planet. We don't know how we ended up here, and we gotta just remember this is all our first time existing. Whether you're hanging around with someone your age, or you're hanging out with someone who's 80 years old, like a grandparent, you have to remember that it's all their first time here. We're all trying to figure this out, this confusing world that we were all born into, where we had no say of where we ended up and what our situations are. So I think it's important to kind of think about things in that way. We're all doing this, we're all trying to figure it out, we're all trying our best. At the end of the day, we all really just want to be happy, have a good place to live, be safe, and just be around people we love. So yeah, I don't want to yap too much here, but every time I go in the woods, I kind of get all deep and reflective. So I kind of just felt like saying it out loud and sharing it with you guys. So hopefully you took away something from this. Maybe it motivates you to go out in the woods or go do something you enjoy. And just kind of self-reflect. Don't always just listen to what's in your head. And just remember who you are. Be present. And I've learned that since I've been home on leave and stuff, it's important to be present and not just get in your head and go down rabbit holes like conspiracy theories, all that stuff, because I'm very guilty of doing that, especially when I was in South Korea. So it's just important to slow down, remember where you are, and just give yourself some grace, because again, there's plenty of times where I'm very hard on myself, but I have to remember I'm doing a lot as well, seeing the world, getting my degree done, just on that grind, been consistent with the gym, all that stuff. So it's just important to give yourself some grace and reflect on all that you've accomplished. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Hopefully you enjoyed. I might do a few more clips of me just moving around, maybe do a quick little outro, but that's like the main bulk I wanted to get out, just kind of share some camera dresser wisdom to you. Even though, again, this is all first time, I'm just sharing my perspective and hopefully it helps you. But yeah, now I'm just walking down this ridge line here that's just kind of mirroring the stream here. But I think I'm gonna end it here. Again, I hope you got something out of this video. I appreciate it if you made it to the end. I know we all have goldfish attention span, so if you just sat down and at least just listened to my little, you know, yap session by the stream, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to make more videos, but you know, I'm in the middle of moving to a different part of the world and I have school, so I'm trying my best. But again, hopefully you enjoyed and thank you so much for watching. See ya!